Students, myself Dr. Ajay Bhatia from Institute of Economics and Management Studies. We have covered volume 1 to 16 of the Econometrics series. Now our today's volume 17 will focus on specification error in the regression model. In this we will study or understand the omitted variables, irrelevant variables, its functional form and misspecification. We will explore in this video one of the most important and often misunderstood topics, that is specification error in regression models. And due to these errors, it can lead to biased estimate, misleading conclusion, and failed research. So, we will move to understand how to detect, avoid, and correct these issues in our models. So, student, what is model specification? Our true models have an equation like y equal to beta 0 plus beta 1x plus beta 2z plus u1. And our estimated is y equal to beta 0 plus beta 1 plus x plus u1. So model specification means deciding which variables to include in your regression equation and in what form. For example, a basic linear regression looks like y equal to beta 0 plus beta 1 x plus beta 2 x z plus u. But if you have forgot a variable that should be included or add a variable that shouldn't be there or use the wrong functional form, you commit a specification error. So I hope you have understand the specification error. When you add, delete or not taken, then it create a specification error. So what are the types of specification error? So first we will understand the types of specification error. First, omitted variables means if you have omitted any variables or you have leave out a relevant independent variable, it affects the dependent variable and is correlated with included regressors. We can take the example to understand this concept. Now again our equation is y I is equal to beta 0 plus beta 1x plus ui. But the true model should have included that equation I have given above, that is beta 1z. Now include the effect of violating the classical OLS assumption, that is error term is correlated with regressors. Means we have taken out the z from it. So what will be the consequences? Our estimated of included variable are biased and become inconsistent. Second can be included irrelevant variables. When we add the irrelevant variables, this can be happen when we include variables that have no theoretical or empirical reason to be in the model, not necessary to be in the model. Not we have any empirical reason. For example, suppose we have added a variable like shoe size in a model explaining income. So in income, shoe size is irrelevant. So we should have not taken that variable. Now what will be the consequences? Our OLS estimator remain unbiased but become less efficient because due to higher variance. It R square coefficient of determination increases artificially. Third can be a wrong functional form. So what is the wrong functional form? We should understand all this thing in detail. Suppose we assume that linear relationship, when the true relationship is non-linear, is a serious specification error. So student, we can take the example using y equal to, again equation y equal to beta 0 plus beta 1 x and u. And when the true form is y equal to beta 0 plus beta 1 x plus beta 2 x square plus u. So what will be the consequences now? Our model become misfit, it will become biased, or inconsistent estimation will be given out. Our hypothesis will also be incorrect. So for the true models, you should understand this misspecification. Now, as you know that in the previous videos also I have given the classical linear model assumptions. So, student, remember the Gauss-Markov assumptions. So you can see the previous videos in the detail in which we have given the Gauss-Markov assumption. The omitted variables are bias and functional form error directly violated the assumption that error term is uncorrelated with the regressors. And this break the blue, that is our best linear unbiased estimator property of OLS. Now the question arises, how to detect this specification error? We can use Ramsey RESET test for regression specification error test. In this test, we can detect the specification error. The Ramsey RESET test add non-linear combination of fitted value to test if the model is misspecified. So if the additional terms are statistically significant, your model may be missing non-linearities or interaction terms. Second, we can use graphically by residual plots. Another method for finding out the misspecification. Now we plot residuals against the predicted value and see the pattern. If the pattern indicates possible misspecification, third can be high R square but low T statistics. We can use high R square and low T statistics. Sign that unnecessary variables are inflating If there is a sign that there is variables are inflating the goodness of fit but are not individually significant. So, what are the remedies and good practices we should use after the detection of misspecification? So, we should avoid or fix the misspecification error. In this, we should use economic theory to guide variable selection. Economic theory should be used in selecting the variables. Which type of variables we can use? We can apply Ramsey test to validate our model structure. We can also consider non-linear transformation or interaction terms when needed. Already discussed the above. We can use stepwise regression carefully and always validate out of the sample testing. So this is the reasons we can use for the misspecification. If in short we can understand the summary of the misspecification, to summarize what we have learned, if the omitted variable bias, it become bias, then it will create bias and inconsistency. If we have added the irrelevant variables, it will create inefficiency but not bias. If we have a wrong functional form, it can be biased and give wrong conclusion. So well specified model is the foundation of good econometric analysis. So we should always cross validate our model and never rely solely on statistical significance without theoretical backing. So we should have understand the theoretical backing. So students, you have understand our misspecification, what it can be created. So thank you very much for watching our volume 17 of the econometric lecture series from IEMS Academy. In this next video, we will move to volume 18, where we explore multiclonarity, its meaning, detection and remedies. So students, for clear idea, you should look to the previous video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment if this video you like it. So I am finishing it with a good note. Thank you very much. If you have a comment, please write out. Also, in some of the next videos, we will give the answers with explanation of MCQ, which we have previously recorded. So you can see that MCQ also for your references. Thank you very much.